Ribbit Ribbit! Welcome to the Bushwick Book Club Seattle presents original music inspired by Arnold Lobel's Frog and Toad, the final show in what has been a truly unforgettable 2019-2020 main stage season. We hosted 70 individual performers in 8 shows going back to last September, and we met you in person and online as we traveled considerable literary distance across time and space, delivering new works written especially for these events, inspired by our artists' experience of reading each month's book. Thank you for your company and support along the way. Hope you're ready for even more. Helping us send you into summer tonight, you'll hear debut compositions from Krantz, Michael Wallenfels, Elle Vergara, Peter Donovan, Ethan Anderson, LaVon Hardison, Amanda Winterhalter, Melissa Montalto, Ailisa Newhall, Evan J. Peterson, and Julia Massey. Plus guests and surprises, the Bushwick quiz, and at the end, a special announcement in anticipation of next season. We cannot present this show in this moment without speaking to events around us. Bushwick Northwest stands committed to being an anti-racist body that features a diversity of voices and confronts institutional racism. We recognize that we have work to do within our own entity to grow into a more equitable and representative organization, and we pledge to do that work. Black Lives Matter. Tonight, in lieu of a ticket charge, we encourage your donation to the Seattle Artists Relief Fund, organized through Langston, Seattle's hub for Black arts and culture, at langstonseattle.org/SARF. I'll pop in and out as we go, but it's my pleasure to hand over hosting duties for this evening to musician, comedian, great friend to Bushwick, and the author of Up Your Genius, a workbook designed to make you believe you are creative, Bridget Quigg.
Thank you, Wes, and hello everyone. Yep, my name is Bridget Quigg, and I am your hostess this evening for a wonderful show that is sure to pluck at your heartstrings and teach you a lot, just like Frog and Toad always do. But here's the deal. If you have not read your Frog and Toad for a while, we have you covered. The wonderful Amy Zoe, she's a creator here at Bushwick, has come up with another installment of our Bushwick Novels and Nutshells series. So in a very delightful way, she's going to update you and make sure you get to enjoy the show and remember some of those stories everyone's singing and talking about.
Meet Frog. He's practical, yet cheery and relaxed. Meet Toad. He's uptight, yet caring and friendly. But don't put them in a box. Both Frog and Toad sometimes defy these expectations. In 20 stories over 4 books, Arnold Lobel's beloved amphibian duo demonstrate the many ups and downs of human attachment, touching on deep truths about life, philosophy, and human nature in the process. When Frog helps Toad look for his lost button, Toad makes him a stylin' button-clad jacket. When Toad is sad because he never gets any mail, Frog sends him some snail mail. Their stories are metaphors for the interesting and silly adventures that occur in human relationships. Your kite won't fly? Jump up and down and shout, "Up, kite, up!" Can't stop eating cookies? You put them in a box. Follow a to-do list? You cross off, wake up. When Toad reads that Frog wants some time alone, Frog explains that he just wanted to think about how fine everything is. Their stories encourage people to see the better side of human nature and motivate us to use our best instincts on behalf of others. Frog and Toad, they love each other. Theirs is a marvelous friendship.
Howdy, howdy. My name is Megan, and this song is called Around the Corner. I was inspired by a lot of the stories of Frog and Toad, where they were just always outside. And specifically, there was a story where I believe it was Toad who shared about how his father said that spring's just around the corner, and they took it really literally, and they went around several corners in the entire story until they saw a little bit of spring, and they saw their family, and it was really beautiful. And we're kind of in an interesting situation where summer is actually here, and we're not, and things are a little bit opposite as far as what Frog and Toad experience and what we're experiencing right now. Not being able to see as many friends or any friends and and have fun outside. So I just wanted to write this song in reflection to all my friends and all the things that we used to do and what I believe we'll be able to do again. So I hope you enjoy. Let's step outside together. Let's leap into the leaves. Let's grab a couple ice cream cones, recline under the tree. Let's question every motive. Let's carelessly collide. Let's welcome other members here to broaden every side. I believe we will see if we search and knock and see. There's a jewel at every corner, and we're getting warmer to something bright, something warm, something wrapped in hopeful form, something proud with songs of cheer. It's just around the corner, dear. Let's make a late night dinner, sprinkle ice cream everywhere. Let's bless the next door neighbors, there is always more to share. Let's ride down hills and valleys, let's climb through muddy ground. No matter what we're fighting through, there's always room for sound. And I believe we will see if we search and knock and see. There's a jewel at every corner, and we're getting warmer to something bright, something warm, something wrapped in hopeful form, something proud with songs of cheer. It's just around the corner, dear. Remember when we step outside and the world seemed right? Yeah, the world seemed right. Oh, I wish that we could step outside into a world that's right, into a world that's right. But I believe we will see if we search and knock and see that there's a jewel at
can be who I need to be if I listen to my heart. Sometimes I won't hear it, the voice I hold so dear, the one that sounds like you inside my ear. Sometimes when I'm dreaming, I don't know I'm asleep, so I see a lot of people I forgot who still remember me. I promise to do better, I'll try to find your face, even if I can't, well, I'm away. You'll be in my dreams, and I'll be in yours too. You'll remember me, and I remember you. We're just two of a kind, but sometimes you need to remind me that it's all a dream, so I can dream about you. Ain't it funny how the dreamer can sleep through the alarm? No matter how long, no matter how loud, no matter what's going on. But if I never wake up and find you by my side, I know the perfect place for you to hide. You'll be in my dreams, and I'll be in yours too. You remember me, and I remember you. We're just two of a kind, but sometimes you need to remind me that it's all a dream, so I can dream about you. Anyway the cookie crumbles, I'll be there for you. Anyway you're always on my mind, and in my dreams, 'cause I'm in yours too. You remember me, and I remember you. We're just two of a kind, but sometimes you need to remind me that it's all a dream, so I can dream about you.
Thank you, Megan Krantz and Michael Wallenfels, for kicking off the music tonight. Michael, by the way, did all the artwork for this show and all the Bushwick shows this season, so special shout out and thank you to Michael. All right, if you already find yourself feeling warm and fuzzy frog and toad feelings towards the artist, keep in mind that in the comments this evening, information about them will be sprinkled through. You can also go to our website, bit.ly/bushfrog. We also, tonight, in lieu of a ticket charge, are encouraging donations to the Seattle Artist Relief Fund. And you can find that at langstonseattle.org/SARF. Thanks. All right, so as your hostess this evening, I was pondering the depth and the meaning of Frog and Toad and decided that it would be helpful to go to some of the wisest people on the planet to get more thoughts about topics like friendship and bravery and cookie intake. So I went to children because, gosh darn it, they're wise. All you kids out there, you know stuff. I know you know stuff. I see you. Thank you also to the parents who asked the questions so I could get these delightful answers. We're going to start with the first question. What is a friend? Good question. Turns out, number one theme, friends play, period. You and your friends play together. That is the thing that you do. It is fun. It is for play. Going a little deeper, Owen, age 7, from Seattle, let us know that friends don't bully you. Good point, Owen. And then Yvonne, our youngest member of the council at age 3, sitting in her tutu, let us know that friends take turns. Also a really good point that we all need to keep in mind, conversations, activities, friends take turns. George, age 5, from Oklahoma, got pumped up and said that friends kiss each other. And then his brother, Henry, older, jumped in and let us know, no, That is when you are married. And George said, that's right, never mind. Friends are who you play with, but they're not in your family. Big theme 2, friends, not in your family, separate group. All right, and the last note is that Sedona, oldest member of the crew, age 9, she let us know it's a bit more sophisticated, that friends are trustworthy, they are dependable, and they will hold your private thoughts. My sense of the younger members of the Wise Council is they didn't really have a lot of private thoughts, so it wasn't a concern in their friendships. All right, so let's go back to the music. We'll have more fun questions and answers from the Wise Council coming along. For now, we're going to hear from 2 brand new Bushwick artists this evening, which is very exciting. We have the wonderful Elle Vergara and Peter Donovan.
Hi, my name is Elle Vergara and I'm a freshman at Lindbergh High School. When I began writing this song, I decided to take inspiration from my own friendship since the book is about a friendship between a frog and a toad. With that said, I used the main idea that getting the wonderful friends I have wasn't easy, and the song and its metaphors show exactly how it was done.
Hi there, my name's Peter. This is my first time doing this, and I'm excited to be here. Thanks to Wes for having me. I had read Frog and Toad when I was young, but I didn't really remember any of the stories, so it was kind of like I was reading it for the first time. and I really enjoyed it. I definitely had a more emotional response to it than I expected to. I found it pretty moving. One general theme that stuck out to me was that it's really good to be alive. It felt like a reminder to appreciate the small stuff that we encounter every day, that I think because we see it every day, we might start to take it for granted. And then more specifically, I think it's a story about friendship, and I think it's saying that one of the most wonderful things about being alive is that we have the capacity to be someone's friend. We can empathize with someone else, we can make someone else happy, we can help someone, be there for them. And not only is that a great thing, but it's super easy to do, so we shouldn't take that ability for granted either. So that's where I was coming from when I wrote this, and here's my song. It's called Good to Be Alive. Thanks.
If you were crying, I would make you laugh. It's good to be alive these days. And if I made $1 million, I would give you half. It's good to be alive these days. It's good to be alive with a friend by your side. It's good to be alive these days. If you couldn't sleep, I'd tell you a story. And if you were lost, I'd find a way. The sun is out, let's go exploring. It's good to be alive these days. It's good to be alive with a friend by your side. It's good to be alive these days. Sometimes it's easier to walk away, but when I needed you, you stayed. Some days are rough, but some days are better. When I was scared, you were so brave. We'll make it through, we'll do it together. It's good to be alive these days. It's good to be alive with a friend by your side. It's good to be alive these days. It's good to be alive with a friend by your side. It's good to be alive these days. And it's so good to be alive with a friend right by your side. It's good to be alive these days. And with you by my side, everything will be just fine. It's good to be alive these days.
Hello everyone, Jeff Larson here. I'm Executive Director to these fine people putting on this very show. What an awesome crew of staff, musicians, members, and audience members. Thank you all so very much. As you know, we have a program just for the young ones out there during this time at home. Style is creating music inspired by picture books in collaboration with your students. We want your students to know how powerful they are, what it means to be kind, and that we are all beautiful no matter our differences. We have 4 scheduled times per week, but we'd be happy to work with you, your schedule as well. Check out learningwithstyle.com And this is a pay-what-you-can class, but everyone is welcome to sponsor a budding musician and writer. Just check out the website. Thanks so much.
All right, that was Elle Vergara and Peter Donovan. Wonderful first-time Bushwick performances. Thank you and welcome to the family. All right, so the Wise Counsel. I asked them a few more questions. The next one had to do with the theme in Frog and Toad of bravery. There's a story of them going up a mountainside. A bird tries to sweep them away. A lot of efforts to be brave and to stick their neck out. Well, the Wise Counsel had some great things to say. I would hold on to your beverages, get down in your seat, because there's some deep stuff coming at you. So, officially the question was, what does it mean to be brave? Henry, age 7, came up with a very succinct and on-point answer. I'll read it right here. It means to stand up and do things that are really scary. Right on, and thank you, Henry. Owen, his fellow 7-year-old in Seattle, said, it's fighting against your fears. Beautiful, Owen. So our sweet friend down in Southern Oregon took it up a whole nother notch and related it to those around us and the role that we can play in the world. She said, it is to have courage and stand up for others, help them, even when you're scared, you still try. Whew. And then Yvonne, age 3, and her tutu still, said, being brave is taking deep breaths, which I thought was a nice note to end on as we all, work hard to be brave. So thank you again to the Wise Counsel for their wonderful answers. We're going to go on to more music and see what kind of wisdom we pull from our wonderful Bushwick artists. This one from Ethan Anderson.
Hi, my name's Ethan Anderson. I play in a band called Massey Ferguson, and I wrote a song in response to Frog and Toad, and I thought, what better way to start this video than asking a kid. So I'm going to bring my own son, Damian Anderson.
Hello.
He's going to tell us a little bit about Frog and Toad. What can you tell us about this book?
Well, Frog and Toad is like, it's about a frog and a toad, and they're friends, because it's literally called Frog and Toad are friends. And it's about a frog and a toad that are doing like stuff together, like adventures and stuff.
Well said, my friend. All right, well, I wrote a song based off of this book. Like to hear it? Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost myself in the falling rain, walking off to the near view, waiting all night to come down and sing, but I lost myself in the falling rain, lost myself in the woods at night, waiting for something for a sign. The fractures in my mind, but I lost myself in the woods at night, waiting on some long lost song that I'll never find. When I was young, I said I know that I'd be the picture show, see my name written in the sky. Myself in the by and by. Lost myself in the riverbank, when the car there pulled up the tank, jumped right in and nearly sank, but I lost myself in the riverbank, looking for some long lost button that I'll never find. I was young, said I could be what I choose, that I'm free. Walk right in, somebody lost myself in the firefly, waiting on a lost foundation that I'll never find. I was young, said I know that I'll be in the picture show. See my name written in the sky. Oh, I lost myself and I don't know why. Thanks for listening. And I also want to say that the Ghostbusters van is right behind me. So I don't know what that has to do with Frog and Toad or my son, but thanks for listening.
The frog to my toad is my fiance Daniel, who supports me in everything, even though I keep moving him to different states.
The frog to my toad is my best friend, who's also my husband, who makes me coffee in the morning and reminds me to floss my teeth at night.
My inner pirate is the frog to the toad of my inner housewife, and vice versa.
Welcome to the final Bushwick quiz for the 2019-2020 season, joined at home this month by three irreplaceable contributors to our interconnected scene. Best-selling novelist and the guy who wrote that book they made a movie about with Kevin Costner as the voice of the dog, Garth Stein. Musician, comedian, author, and hostess extraordinaire, Bridget Quigg.
Yeah.
And founder and executive director of Bushwick Northwest, my boss, Jeff Larson. Are you three ready to play?
Yes.
Ready.
All right. Frog and Toad teach us enduring lessons about friendship and self. But today I want to know simply if you can tell your frogs from your toad stools.
Mm-hmm.
Every answer is either an amphibian or a fungus, frog or shroom. First to three wins. Feel free to guess along at home. Garth, we'll start with you. Here we go. Frog or toadstool? Spring peeper.
Oh, that's a toadstool.
That's incorrect. That is a frog. Latin name is Pseudocris crucifer. Bridget, hideous gumphidius.
Oh my gosh, will you say it again, please?
Gladly. Hideous gumphidius.
I want it to be a frog.
It's not.
He's so rad.
But it is edible. All right.
Okay.
Jeff. Yosemite.
That's a frog.
Sorry, misread my column.
Yeah.
All right, Garth. Old man's beard.
That's going to have to be a toadstool.
That's correct. All right.
Actually,
it's a texture reminiscent of seafood.
Oh, yeah.
Bridget, stinkhorn.
oh, I think that should be a frog.
It
Got a
could
frog
probably
in
be, but it is Phallus imputicus in the mushroom world.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
You are so welcome. Jeff, Blue Knight. The Blue Knight.
Oh, that's a toadstool.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Is that like a magic mushroom or something?
No, it is edible, but it requires thorough cooking.
Mm.
Garth, how about the rough collar?
Rough collar? Rough collar. Yes, of course. The rough collar is actually a toadstool.
That is incorrect. It is also known as the rough frog. It was cataloged in 1977. Bridget, red spotted.
You know, I'm just going to guess frog again, and eventually I'm going to win one.
That's correct.
You know, strategy. It's good.
You on the board. Jeff will be happy to know you can find this in California, the Southwest, Baja California, and Texas. All right. Jeff, Woodhouse.
It's really just a game of poker, I'm thinking here. Toad.
That's correct.
Right. He's out. That's fine. He won. I don't care.
We're going to play this out. Water holding.
Oh.
Is it a water holding frog or a water holding fungus?
Water holding. Well, you know, so then you do the logic on it, right? You got to do the reverse logic. So water holding would sound really like it would be a stool, but then the reverse logic would be a frog. But then the double reverse West method would be that it's a toadstool acting like a frog. But then, as we all know, when you get down to the dregs like we are right now, so I'm going with.
We missed your answer.
It cut out. What's it again?
Cut out? Oh, yeah. In that case, toadstool. Toad.
That is incorrect. It is a frog, first cataloged in 1873. We all love Zoom so much at this point in our 2020. Bridget, the redwood rooter.
Well, that should be a toadstool because they love to eat tree root debris, right?
Don't ask me if your logic is right, but your answer is right.
All right. I applied thought. That was amazing. Okay.
Yeah, it just has a big root. It's not edible though. Okay. Garth, the yellow stainer.
Come on. I mean, is it too much free time, Wes? I mean, why you come up with these games? Yellow stainer.
I'm devoted to my community of artists.
I'm going with Bridget's philosophy, which is just stick. Remember that famous scene from Full Metal Jacket? He's like, if I change my answer, you'll hate me more. I'm sticking with toadstools all the way.
Toadstools all the way?
Yeah.
That's correct.
All right.
The yellow stainer is one of the four infamous mushrooms in the Lose Your Lunch bunch. Bridget,
right. I'm ready.
Hollowfoot.
Oh. I'm gonna go toadstool.
That's correct.
Yay!
Garth. Sorry.
Oh no, we're gonna play it out.
This is the walk of shame now. This is just horrible.
Yeah. All right, Garth. Pickerel.
Yeah, that's definitely a toadstool.
Nope, that's frog.
I knew that was going to happen.
The Western Chihuahuan.
Oh yeah, the Western Chihuahuan is definitely a toadstool.
Oh, that's also frog. First 1854.
Come on, baby. Hit me.
Common mist.
Toad.
No, it's frog.
Get out of here. One more.
Do it again, Garth. Do it again.
Ma'am on motorcycle.
Now here's the thinking. You're thinking right now. You're thinking that you're going to flip one so that you're one dog. You're really doing that just to mess with me and to like insulate my self-esteem. And so therefore, I'm not going to let you do it, Wes. I'm going toadstool.
That's correct.
And he got it off his chest, so that was good.
He did. Yes, we all made it. Good work. The man on motorcycle has a helmet-shaped cap. Garth Stein is the author of the international bestseller, The Art of Racing in the Rain, and The Cloven, coming this summer. He also serves on the board of directors for Hugo House, where we hope to gather again soon, and founded and managed Seattle 7 Writers for a decade, an organization that did many events in partnership with Bushwick. Bridget Quigg teaches both artists and the corporate world new ways to trust, communicate, and have fun, and is the author of the recent book, Up Your Genius, a workbook designed to make you believe you are creative. She is also your host right now.
That's right.
Jeff Larson took a degree in classical performance to the punk jazz world, building connections every step of the way to help him found and run Bushwick Northwest, which oversees operations of the Bushwick Book Club Seattle and style songwriting through youth literature education. He's the reason we're all here together. Thank you all for playing.
Yay.
Thanks, Wes.
And now, audience, some frog or toad stool for you. Comment away, but don't Google it. Audience round 1. Arroyo, blusher, broad-palmed rocket. Arroyo, blusher, broad-palmed rocket. Frog or toadstool? Answers coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Arroyo's a frog or a toad, but all toads are frogs. You knew that, right? Blusher is a toadstool. Broad-palmed rocket is a frog. Round 2. Sierran puffball, Australian lace-lid, Prince. Sierran puffball, Australian lace-lid, Prince. 3, 2, 1. Sierran puffball's a toadstool, Australian lace-lid's a frog, and Prince? It's definitely a toadstool, but I'd argue it's both. Thanks for playing. Back to the music.
Hi there, my name is LaVon Hardison, and I am delighted to be part of Bushwick's celebration of Frog and Toad. This was such a fun book, a couple books to read, actually. I remember being delighted when I read them when I was an itty bit, and it was really lovely to read them again as an adult. And two of my favorite stories was one of them, the cookies, where Frog and Toad have cookies and they can't stop eating them. I can relate. They're just some cookies that are like that for me. And the other story was The Dream, where Toad is asleep and he's having a dream that he's on stage and he gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and Frog gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And their friendship and their relationship is very sweet. And so I wrote this song called Give Me Shelter, and it really, for me, it talks about the types of qualities that we seek out in friendships, that we want friendships that will shelter us, that will help us go through the challenges in our lives, that'll keep us safe, that'll help us grow, and also that'll give us beautiful memories. So I hope you enjoy this song, and thank you very much. Give me shelter, give me safety, give me hope to stand on this itching ground. Make me a sailor who can roll upon this changing sea and sees no darkness in the night, just the winking, waiting points of light. Give me friendships, sweet assurance. Give me help and confidence to stay alive. Make me a flower with space enough to bloom, where dark clouds
Give me joy to celebrate when life feels long. Make me a blanket and I'll be unafraid. Where fires burning, heart and hearth, and with you I'll always feel a little brave.
Hi, Amanda Winterhalter here. I was excited and honored to collaborate with Ailisa Newhall and Melissa Montalto to write a song inspired by Frog and Toad. And these stories were a big part of my childhood growing up, and it was really fun to read through all of them again and to feel that same kind of influence and impact of the model of friendship and love that Frog and Toad have for each other. It's just a support that shows up when there's a need, and it was just really special and incredible to see the joy that they share, the complete acceptance, that they can hold space for each other no matter what kind of feelings are happening. And I just found it to be a really striking, again, a model of what real friendship and care looks like. And I think that's such an important message today, right now. And I hope that you all are participating and practicing in that kind of care. And I hope you enjoy this song that kind of expresses that sentiment as well. Love to you all.
Just like the seed needs the sun to grow and the rain to nourish its soul, putting in time and patience, I find grows a love that never grows old. Come rest your head on my shoulder, I'll help you find some peace of mind. I'll be your shield from trouble. Where there is love, there is light. When you are lost in a strange day, where the world is coming undone, and the dragons are here to stay, to darken, they darken the sun. Come rest your head on my shoulder, I'll help you find some peace of mind. I'll be your shield from trouble. Where there is love, there is light. In the spring you awaken, I've waited for you to live dreams we made in November. And if you should forget who you are, I am here. I will always help you remember. Come rest your head on my shoulder, I'll help you find some peace of mind. I'll be your shield some trouble. Where there is love, there is light. When I have some strength, I will lift you up. When my flame is burning, I'll kindle your heart. When evil surrounds and fear tests our courage, we'll stand back to back and face it as one. Oh, love, love everyone. Oh, love, love everyone. Come on and love, love everyone. Oh, love, love everyone. Love everyone. Love
Thank you, LaVon Hardison, Amanda Winterhalter, Melissa Montalto, and Ailisa Newhall for that wonderful music. All right, everyone, it's Saturday. This is not necessarily a get up and get going kind of day. Well, that's a theme in Frog and Toad, that Toad sometimes just really wants to stay in bed, and Frog really wants him to get up and play. So I asked the wise counsel, why are we sometimes lazy? Turns out the word lazy isn't really a part of their world, because their answer to this question, at least Owen and Henry said the exact same thing, it just means we didn't get enough sleep. And our friend in Southern Oregon made it even more clear. Reading word for word. Sometimes we're very active, and then we get very tired, so we don't want to do anything, and we just lay around. I think the new lazy is just sleepy, and I honor everything the wise counsel has shared. Last question on the list had to do with the cookie intake. All right, so I asked, if you had a whole bucket of cookies, would you eat them all at once, or would you save some for later? Across the board, save some for later. Maybe that's a surprise, but also the consistent theme was tummy trouble, tummy aches. The members of the wise counsel, the children, they don't like tummy trouble. They've had it and they don't want it again, so they would not eat all the cookies. Plus, they would like some cookies for later, so they're into the plan of saving a few for later. Only one of the children, George, age 5, let us know that he'd eat them all. And when his mom asked him why, he let us know, because they're delicious and I'm a kid. George, I don't know where you're going, but I want to come along because I think it's going to be a ton of fun. And now for more art inspired by Frog and Toad, we have Lana McMullen, Evan J. Peterson, and Julia Massey. Croaks, ribbits, and high fives to all of you. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.
Hi, Bushwickers. Thanks for being here tonight. I just want to take a minute and kind of acknowledge the space and time that we're at right now. With the protests and the ways that they're having victories, but there's still a really long way to go. The ways that the pandemic is disproportionately impacting Black and brown folks. And the fact that it's Pride Month, which we owe to Black and brown trans women, specifically at the Stonewall riots. So with all of that in mind, and as a queer woman, Frog and Toad hit me super hard. The relationship that Frog and Toad have, where they are clearly in love with each other and they are each other's lives, that is the life that I've seen so many folks in our community live, where they need to do that quietly and silently and under the guise of a best friendship. And if it weren't for people standing up and demanding that they be able to live their lives fully, without danger or prejudice or oppression, that's where we would be still. I know that Arnold Lobel, he was a early victim of the AIDS crisis, and I know that he he put some of his relationships into this book, or into these books. And I can't imagine what an act of bravery that must have been for a closeted man in the 1970s. So this is getting a little long, sorry. I approached this from the guise of what would Frog and Toad's life look like if they were allowed to be out, gay, safe, frogs and toads in their Frog and Toad world. So this is a love song of them to each other, and there's also some love songiness to my partner in this as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Skip through the springtime, your hand in my hand, over the water and over the sand. A laugh or a look makes no difference to me. You're the light in my lantern, the salt in my sea. Come to the water with me. You are the salt in my sea. And where would I be without you? Where would I be without you? Half past the summer, your arm rests in mine. I'll hold the handle and you hold the twine. A kite in the meadow that sails on the breeze. You're the skip in my step and the green in my leaves. Come to the meadow with me. You are the green in my leaves. And where would I be without you? Where would I be without you? Days fade with autumn, the porch light grows dark. Your hand on my knee as we gaze at the stars. When springtime comes round, we'll start over again. But till then, my love, I'm so glad you're my friend. But where would I be without you? Where would I be without you? The warm nights, the candle glow, the way you hold me so close, the gravel drive, the letters home. Let's meet this day tomorrow. Let's meet this time tomorrow.
Hi, friends. Happy Pride Month. I hope everybody is safe and healthy and doing whatever you feel is appropriate during these very exciting and intimidating times. As you can see, I am very much on my couch. Nothing fancy today. No cool background. No costuming or anything that I might do for Bushwick normally. Just a little poem from the heart inspired by Frog and Toad. Oh, I'm Evan J. Peterson. Frog plus Toad. Toad and frog, frog and toad. Maybe yes, maybe no. Pour the tea and cozy up. Lump of sugar, fill your cup. Sit by my fire, safe and warm. I'll sew your buttons, you spin a yarn. Sit beside the fire, friend, and tell me a story that has no end. Toad and frog, frog and toad. Maybe yes, maybe no. Once upon a stormy night, two friends desired a bit of fright. They sat together side by side and held each other's hand in pride. And one said, "Do you know a tale to give us shivers like springtime hail?" His friend said, "Oh, I do have one. I still get chills. This one is fun." So he told a story of ghosts and hunger and skipping rope like whipping thunder, of an old dark frog in an old dark wood, but their old dark house was warm and good, and the tea was hot and sweetened to taste, and the webs of their feet were interlaced. And the ghost story told as if it were true. True or false, does it matter to you? Are you the frog and I the toad? We look a bit alike, you know. Others who see us on the road might ask, who's the frog and who's the toad? The answer isn't theirs to know. Toad and frog, frog and toad. Friends are made in many pairings. Some are shy, some are daring. Some live together, some apart. Some march in the streets, and some make art. So join me by the fireplace and put a smile on my face. We two boys together spilling tea or wine, Netflix and chilling. It doesn't matter what we do, as long as I spend time with you. Good night.
Hey everyone, I'm Ailisa Newhall, and I'd like to invite you to a special Bushwick event called Tunes and Tales on June 27th. In the spirit of our annual in-person event, we are offering you a choose-your-own-adventure experience, complete with original songs, activities, a dessert dash, and unique auction items. This is a private event, so if you purchase tickets to the original 2020 Tunes and Tales Bushwick fundraiser scheduled for March, you will be receiving an email with information on how to log in to the June 27th adventure. If you would like to purchase tickets to this event, please visit our website, thebushwickbookclubseattle.com, and click on Tunes and Tales 2020.
Hi, Bushwick Book Clubbers. It's so lovely to be a part of this. I've been looking forward to it for months. I'm a huge Frog and Toad fan. I think I probably read a Frog and Toad story or two or three times a week. Partly because I am a parent and I work with children, but also because it's just a warm balm on the soul to read those stories. So I'm delighted to be a part of this. And their friendship to me is very inspiring because they're not afraid to be honest with each other and get in disagreements. And I think it's those kinds of strong friendships that we're going to be really relying on as we move through these times together, both with the pandemic and with the Black Lives Matter movement. So I'm just delighted to share this new song. It's called Two Friends Might. Two friends might seem like they don't have much in common, like how to address a lost button on a wall. the critics, or what it means to be alone out on a rock. Two friends, my 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 seem like they attracted opposites, like when they see the season turn to spring, or what they wear when swimming through a river, or when to clean their house of every little thing. Two friends, my 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 share more than they show, like how to turn a sad day right around, telling stories or attempting to at least raking leaves, a surprise they never found. Two friends, my two friends, my two friends, my two friends, my. Thank you so much. Much love to you all.
In the fall, the Bushwick Book Club Seattle will launch its 10th anniversary season, and we're beyond moved by the traction this premise has gained in the community. Original music inspired by books, an ongoing conversation with artist and audience, and a cast of performer alumni approaching 500 over 10 years and a ton of ground. Take some of your quarantine time to check out the YouTube archives to see just how much ground we're talking about. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing and growing this gift, and thank you all for your support and encouragement. Uncertainty hovers around just when we'll be able to gather in person again, but whether we see you in the flesh or in bits and bytes come fall, we're excited to announce a few of the titles we plan to feature in our 10th anniversary season of 2020-2021. Make your own at-home drum roll for How to Do Nothing by Jenny Odell, Exhalation by Ted Chiang, Like a Mother by Angela Garbez, and All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Dates coming soon, but be sure to mark your calendar for Saturday, October 10, which is 10 years to the day from the first Bushwick Book Club Seattle show at the Can-Can Cabaret beneath Pike Place Market. We have a special anniversary show planned for that date, and we hope you can join us. And thank you for tuning in tonight. Send some thumbs and hearts to Megan Krantz, Michael Wallenfels, Elle Vergara, Peter Donovan, Ethan Anderson, LaVon Hardison, Amanda Winterhalter, Melissa Montalto, Ailisa Newhall, Evan J. Peterson, Julia Massey, and your host, Bridget Quigg. Keep that going for Alicia Healy at the Winter Blue Room for technical and streaming support. For the season-strong Bushwick production team of Ailisa Newhall, Melissa Montalto, Michael Wallenfels, and Executive Director Jeff Larson. And for the 2019-2020 season sponsors splashed across your screen right now. Please stay safe, connected, and kind, and we'll see you in the fall.